All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So I'm gonna do this video again. I really like this group of three actually. NVOS, MBOT, and MVIS. Okay, I'll be honest, the easiest one to talk about is NVOS. All right, you know, none of my videos are financial advice. I am not here to tell you what to do with your money. I'm not here to tell you what to do what I'm doing with my money. Okay, I hope you took my opinion on NVOS and did not drop from like 15, maybe 16, all the way down to 13. All right, that's a nasty plunge. I know it only looks like a couple pennies, but every penny is roughly 10% drop, right? So, you know, there are things I'm going to go over why I just felt on the last video, this day right here, as important as I said the funding was. I'm not here pretending the news was like nothing. I'm not, all right? I called it, just let it confirm, and unfortunately it confirmed a really disgusting gap down, right? So we'll get into that later. Look, with MBOT and MVIS, both did not have a great day today. I'm still definitely overall bullish, but I'm telling you, I'm a little worried about the NASDAQ. And when I say worried, I'm not talking about crash or any silly things like that, but I'm actually starting to see a lot more people say, hey, we're in a bull market. Hey, we're in a bull market. Dude, they're late to the game if they're saying it on June 9th. Like, it's been a month of amazing trading. And obviously, if you're in MVIS, you know that already, right? If you're in MBOT, I think you do too. But I think as people are screaming bull market, I'm actually saying, hey, they're a little late. I think there's been a lot of profits already made. I think we might be seeing a cool down, and then we'll see how healthy it is or not. So that's going to kind of echo on my MBOT and MVIS discussions, okay? So yeah, I'll be flashing some of the major indexes as well. But before we get any further in the details, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We're going to take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how this thing is setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself, as well as these diagonal trend lines that I draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this thing with your friends. Look, comment good or bad. I'm not here to hate on your thoughts or just basic questions, for real. But even if you do nothing more than just watch this, I am so grateful for your time, okay? So thank you. Look, let's get into NVOS, all right? I very much liked the news that dropped on 6/6, all right? I said it on my posts on Stock Twit and Twitter, but look, when you're talking about a penny stock, when you're talking about anything under $1, let alone under like $5, right? One of the biggest concerns I'm always going to have is money. Does this company have the money to stay down here and not care? All right, or do they need to reverse split and do like silly stuff like that, right? NVOS secured some money, and look, I'm not gonna lie, I don't make $1 million a year, so when there's news about like $40 million, I'm pretty sure that's the number that it was. Yeah, that sounds like a really big number to the dude behind the microphone right here. But like, is $40 million really enough? And then enough for what? I don't even know, right? Are they literally using that to like backfill these like old debts that they have? Is there actually money to use forward looking? And then again, dude, is it enough? Because I'll tell you, there is nothing harder, in my opinion, than the FDA to give you a thumbs up or thumbs down. And when I say that, the thumbs up specifically, right? They'll give you a thumbs down all day. The FDA does not want to approve something that will end up getting recalled, kill people, and like that's not going to happen. They're just going to say thumbs down, give you some more info, right? So I'm not here pretending I know what this, what their healthcare game is. I just know $40 million to develop something actually isn't a crazy number, all right? So just some perspective on that. Technically speaking, look, I wasn't really excited here, okay? There were a couple things, right? Day before, this thing on Monday, volume was 2 million. all of a sudden we jump to volume 37 million, almost 20x. What? And then all of a sudden we drop back down to that like, okay, that makes a little more sense. And look, from here we go 6 million, then we go 4.5, give or take whatever, and today 2.5, give or take whatever, right? So, you know, all that to be said, look, as bad as this was, I'm actually still really interested, all right? Now, theoretically, you can maybe consider yourself an entry at what looks like, you know, mid to low 14. Let's call it 0.14314, right? If I had to guess what these next decimals, right? For me, look, where is it? So here's, damn, okay. So here's low 15. That's a pretty high 15, right? Because that's 6. So like for me, I don't think I would touch this stock until 15.8, give or take. All right. And again, I wish I had more decimals. I do, but end of the day, I'm here because I have my stacks. You know what I mean? So yeah, just, you know, I don't mind not having the decimals. But yeah, I think 15.8 is still the number. All right. Now, I'll say it. It's good that this down here, this like lower 14 gets us over the downtrend, right? I'm taking this for that. But you know what? Honestly, as I'm saying it, what is this line? Damn, that makes that 14 interesting now. 15.8's a long way away from 14. That's some good profit to actually throw. All right. I got to do that. I have to draw this line because that will, even if it happens like right here, that'll get me over a lot of really important things. All right, let me do that one more time. So this is 13. That's 14. We're now at high 14. That's like, okay, 14.9, 15 flat. I think 15 flat is an interesting place because again, 15 to what I'm basically roughly calling 15.8, that's almost 10% right there, right? Right? It's obviously 8%. We're adding just a little bit, right? It's not 8%. That was not obvious. That was a bad word to use in front of being wrong. But you know what I mean, right? I do think 15.8 is still the better number because look, green, 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 red, 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 green, 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 green. It's just quick up and downs, right? Like this should be a quick up to 17, right? But I think that's a good line to draw. I think get me over this line. I think that'll be interesting. And again, I'm not going to delete this or move this. I still like it. As I say that, I'm not sure if I want to lower it to like here because it's 50% of this one instead of that one. I'm going to stay with this big one, I think. So, cool. I like that. The one thing I'm going to delete is this thing. I don't think we need this anymore. Let me make sure I click the right thing. Yeah, we don't need this downtrend anymore, I think. I think we really just care about this one right here. Moving averages are doing their job, right? So hopefully we've been caught by this. Hopefully we go up. Let's break this downtrend because obviously if we break the downtrend, we're going to get over these lines. And then where's the next line? Yeah, the next line's all the way up here, right? So, man, moving average clusters, I hate these things, all right? That's basically what we're seeing. It looks like you're going up, come back down. Looks like you're going up, come back down. Looks like you're going up. Man, we haven't even hit a really bad go down just yet, right? But hopefully we don't. Hopefully it goes up and then we'll see what happens, right? But still not there yet. Look, MACD is what are you doing? Let's actually zoom in. It kind of looks like it wants to start going away down. This thing actually kind of looks like it's going away down. These don't look fantastic. 80% of the work is up here. Just get me right there, all right? The weekly just ended. All right, not horrible, not great. Definitely would have been better if it did anything else, right? Like, end of the day, this doesn't make me excited, right? Like, yeah, we bounced here, and I guess we're still trying to make the bounce, but get me over the 8 as well, right? So, yeah, I'm still a little lackluster here. One more time. Get me over that. And, yeah, I like this line a lot. Look at that. We're now 50% of this and basically 50% of that. That was a good 14-line addition that we threw in. I like it. Okay, cool. NVOS. Like I said, I think this is the easiest one of the group. Damn, I'm already 9 minutes in. My bad. Okay, MBOT. MBOT. All right. MBOT. This is essentially where I'm at with MBOT, all right? again, this guy is, it's funny. I feel like this one is walking the fine line of being a medical, you know, kind of NVOS stock, as well as a NASDAQ tech stock that I really like. You know what I mean? So to me, when I'm looking at something like this, I am looking at NASDAQ for sure. And I'm actually also looking at the SP 500, SPX right here, right? And they both actually kind of look the same in a little bit of a way, all right? So look, this thing's been crushing it. And again, for people to start talking about bull market up here, like this is when it was bull market, is when it took off. And arguably it actually happened right here when it broke all these moving averages and held, right? But in all honesty, once it like actually confirmed getting over this line, to me, basically this 15th onward, which actually really lines up really well. Remember the 15th onward right here, 15th onward lines up with NASDAQ as well. So like for me, the double fire was there. Okay, this seems like it's kind of, look, it was a really good up. It looks like it's horizontaling, right? This thing was definitely going up. It kind of seems like it's going on. This thing being the red line, sorry. You can see the red lines going up, going up, going up. It kind of looks like that horizontal. I'm going to zoom in. It's a little more. But that horizontal, like I'm seeing the red line under, right? Like I feel like it's kind of going down a little bit. So I'm not necessarily screaming bad things, but look, the NASDAQ has not lost the green line and used the orange one yet, okay? SPX, kind of a little bit here, but for a good minute, it hasn't lost the green line and lost it here, all right? MBOT, not as loud, all right? But in a little bit of a way, look, it breaks the green line. I would say uses the red 50 moving average more than the orange one, and then keeps going from there. I'm not sure if we're about to start needing to use the orange line, the 20 moving average. And end of the day, my strategy is, look, good things happen over the both of these, okay? If you lose this, it's definitely a consideration of, oh man, is it going to get much worse? You know, I'm sometimes willing to let it ride all the way down to the 20. Obviously, the distance between it matters, how much money I got matters, so on and so forth, right? But if you can use the 20 moving average as a bounce up, that'll get you back up over the 8. Because look, the opposite is this, right? Like, we'll just start here. You lose the 8, maybe you break it, you get to the 20, can't really break it, you go back down. Can't really break it, you go back down, right? Like this happens. You lose the 8 and the 20. We're hoping the opposite of this happens here. You bounce up and down on both the 8 sometimes, the 20 sometimes. The 8 sometimes, the 20 sometimes, right? So that's the game. And that's what we're looking for. Look, end of the day, MBOT goes silly if it could break all the moving averages. It for sure needs the NASDAQ and S&P 500. I shouldn't say for sure. In my opinion, it does, to like really get over it. You know what I mean? But this thing's close. This thing actually might come down to around $2. Hopefully, it actually doesn't lose 230. Basically, that was stupid. It doesn't lose the 100 moving average, the blue line right there, 231, right? This thing's kind of going a little bit down. So like, let's just roughly call it like 225 maybe over the next like couple days. But hopefully we don't lose the 100. I wouldn't be surprised if we start coming down to the 20, okay? And look, on one of the comments, Only in Paradise, I believe is the name, the comment was, I hope you bought the dip. I don't like using the word buy the dip, because for me, this is buying the dip. The dip is when you keep going down and keep going down, and that's averaging down. And I do not buy the dip, all right? I buy the healthy cool down. And I think changing the vocabulary to that will go a long way, all right? So I'm watching to see if this is a healthy cool down like I'm expecting, or if it's something worse, all right? That's essentially the goal. I'll flash the weekly real quick. Shit, that's a good weekly, right? Look how long it's been since we've and look at how like confidently, for lack of words, we've broken the 20. I wouldn't be surprised if we come down, again, look at that, I talked about 225, right? I wouldn't be surprised if we come down to like, let's call it 230, okay? And that would still be pretty good. Obviously, I want confirmation. I want to close at 278 by next Friday. That's a real good MACD. That's a real nice RSI, still a healthy number. Like, this thing can have good weeks ahead of it, wanting to come up to 350 and then 5. I'm just kind of saying, let's see how it gets there. Is it going to be a super rocket, or is there going to be a little healthy cool down before it happens? And again, we see it. There are moments you just can't get over the 8 at all, and then you just use the 20 and can't get back, right? Hopefully, like I said, inverse of that. MBOT, all right? MVIS. Okay, listen. This is an ugly candle. This is a bad day, all right? That said, I am still going to hold my bullishness, all right? I am not saying that, excuse me, as like some fanboy. I know this thing gets, I'm choked up. I'm not going to lie. I'm like a little like self-conscious talking about MVIS. No, sorry. I know this gets a lot of views, and I've said, like, I'm not here to be a fanboy and like things like that. I'm not scared of this 12% loss. I actually think it's still going to go down a little bit. If you heard my MBOT part, you will hear a good amount of the same thing. But I've always said the 8 and the 20, these two are together. All right. From there, we attack, you know, boss 1, boss 2, boss 3. You've now won, baby. Okay. You can see that here. You've now won, baby. Okay. The 8 and the 20. And I can just zoom out. I literally did this oh, this is a sexy one to show. I'm going to actually, give me a sec, okay? Cool. Okay. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Let's do this. Right. That's all we need to show. Okay. The 8 and the 20 are a stock's best friend or worst enemy. Or worst enemy, okay? So what ends up happening when it's worst enemy 8 moving average, all you do is bounce on that thing down. Literally from this day, from right here, okay? Let's just say from here, because now you're under the, no, but we're not even talking, that's fine, whatever. Let's take it from here. From 914, we never, ever, ever, ever go over the 8. Oops, don't touch the line, baby. For this many days, almost a full month, okay? That's essentially, and I got to go back to it, what MVIS has done so far. A full month of not losing the 8 at all. What then happens is these two best friends, it's getting a little tired. And you know what? It slips and comes to the 20, and then the 20 says, no, 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 go away. All right? You can see that happen a bunch of times. And I hope in that silence, it like sunk in real quick. That's what I think is happening here. All right? For a month and a half, we have never lost the 8 moving average. That is the power of the 8 moving average. That is why I have no problem. I was going to drop an F-bomb right there, but I held it in. I have no problem. And just throw me a stock. When I talk about viewer request videos, I know a lot of people watch this, so I'm excited to do this. Throw me a ticker. I don't care if it's a penny stock. I don't care if it's an ETF. I don't care if it's an international focused stock. All right. I am happy to cover stocks and give you my opinions because this is a deadly stack. All right. And I've been playing around with like, because I can do, I can do membership things now. And like, I tell people I move my money on the one. All right, this chart readers one's good. I'm telling you, you've seen, I'm not here to like brag about being right, but I get things right. I do, you know, and I don't look at the one first and make these. I don't need to. And I swear, I hope you believe me. I know the internet's full of lies. So like shit, right? But chart readers is good. I didn't want to flash the one because I didn't invent the one, right? Someone taught me this, and I don't want to break that respect, right? But the chart readers in between, I think I'm gonna start moving my money on this, and like I don't know if I'm ready to share this, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, I like went on a weird tangent. My bad. Throw me tickers aside from MVIS, and I would love to cover them for you guys. I do it already. If you watch anything else, I love doing my viewer requests, but throw them my way for sure. Let's get back to MVIS. My bad. Sorry. MVIS has not lost this 8 moving average. I believe it's about time we come down to the 20. Okay, I do. That said, listen, I'm not saying 450 is as low as this is going to go. Okay, because look, first off, we might not even do that. We might just bounce on the 8 one more time and not even go below 6 for real. From there, look, I don't know the math, all right? I am not here to pretend I'm smart enough and I've done the research. I don't know the math. I don't know what calculations are happening for where the next dot's going to go and connect the line, right? But just kind of looking at this thing, it's still going up, right? So I'm still kind of thinking, hey, maybe it's going to come back to this 508 number. Maybe it isn't going to lose. And I'm going to draw this line because I do think this is, maybe it won't lose this 50% candle, which basically is where the 8's sitting right now, right? But in so many ways, I think it's time for the 8 to cool off. Looks like the RSI is kind of starting to cool off a little bit for sure, right? Again, we've seen it before. We've seen it kind of hold and then go back up, and what that reflects here. But I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? And maybe we come back to the 8 one more time and go. Maybe we go a little bit lower. As this thing goes up, we come down, we then hit the 20 and go, okay? That's essentially what I think. At the end of the day, as long as you can hold these two, it's good. I'll tell you, if the spacing is as big as this when we hit the 8, as a swing trader, I would consider unloading some. Because again, I don't know how it's actually going to react to the 20, right? And from there, I'm for sure looking at the NASDAQ. Okay, so many people right now are starting to talk about bull market, bull market, bull market. No, bull market was on the 15th. All right, breaking this line that for real, if you go back to my first video, I've only had these two lines. Break this and go to gold, hopefully, lose this and die. We obviously never did this one, right? And we really just did this one, and it really just happened on the 15th. And this really, like, the MVIS holders know the bull market was here for a minute. Basically, you know this already. For the people saying it now, I'm telling you, I'm actually ready for a cool off more than I am here, like, talking bull, right? So, again, end of the day, don't lose the 20, and this thing should still go up. End of the day, if NASDAQ doesn't hold it, this I don't think will either. All right, so yeah, damn, I can't believe this is a 25 minute. I went a little bit longer on each of them, my bad. I appreciate everyone's time so much. Let me know what you think. Otherwise, hey, thank you.